back to Breaking Waves here on the BetaWave TV YouTube channel. It is your boy, DeVaughn Taylor, a.k.a. Daddy Disco on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sitting across from the lovely...
Right over across the table from you is myself, Dan Hess, Music Man Dan, Danny Vinyl, or I was thinking, like, that would be like my superhero character's name.
Danny Vinyl.
Yeah, I'd be like, shoot vinyl records out of my hand or something, like...
Yeah, I mean, or that can be your shock jock
I
name.
would sing you to sleep.
That can be your shock jock name when you get your radio show, Danny Vinyl.
Okay. We marked it here, right? Because this is going to go on the internet, and now I have proof.
Yes, we have that proof.
If someone else comes out with this name, you stole it from moi.
Yeah. And speaking of radio show, foreshadowing for next episode. But but we have a really fun interview coming for you next episode. But today we are talking about someone who just celebrated a birthday.
Happy belated
birthday to one Mr. Justin Randall Timberlake.
JT. Wait, what was the thing you said between the Justin and the T and the Lake?
His middle name. Randall. Poor guy.
That's a whole different guy. Randall Timberlake is living a different life. You know what I mean? Like, thank God he went with Justin.
I don't think he would have got a shot in Nsync if his name was Randall. That's not a boy band name.
He never would have left South Kentucky. I know that.
Tennessee. He's from
whatever. They're right
Memphis,
next to each other. I'm not a geographer for
the other one.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, I mean, there's never been a Randall in a boy band. That's just not a boy band sexy
No,
name.
you're not going to be in a boy band. Randall cuts your hair at the barbershop. Randall
Randall works at a grocery store.
Doing what though? Shelf stalker?
Is a bagger.
That's fucked up, man. That's messed up. Don't be like that.
But luckily for him, Justin Timberlake's career went a whole different way, and one could say he's one of the biggest pop stars of the 21st century. Whether you like it, and not even saying one of the best musicians of the 21st century, just as far as the scope of his career, being in one of the biggest boy bands in the world.
The man had a lot of hits, and I think he's
hits.
Yeah, he's also film.
He's done
SNL,
movies,
a lot of stuff. So he's likable in a lot of things, and I think that's what helps the longevity. Obviously, he hasn't released anything in a while that I've liked, though. I mean, it's been a hot minute. What, 2006? Last time.
2006?
I think that's the last time I heard a song that was like, this rocks from just...
No. We're gonna go through.
I need a refresher. Yeah,
we're gonna go through his albums.
Let's jump the time machine with us.
Yeah, because so apparently him and Timbaland, they're back in the lab, working on some new stuff.
Is that an exclusive? Breaking Waves exclusive?
Not really.
Okay, it was online.
It's been out there,
Damn.
But we are, it's exciting because, they have such a great collaboration track record together. And Timbaland was not there for Man in the Woods or Woods Man. I mean, that one. So.
Wait, yeah. I literally forgot that existed. Thank you for reminding me and also terrifying me. You're into horror movies, Dev. I feel like Man in the Woods is the title of a horror movie, from the producers of MLT Horror and What Are You Doing in the Woods Again? Bring you Man in the Woods. He's wearing a flannel, he has an axe, and he's going to chop you into little bitty pieces.
I mean, Man of the Woods, definitely could be a good horror title. That could be some weird A24 movie.
Well, it's definitely a horrible album. I can't name you one song off of it. It was a big disappointment for Dan.
It's not great. I mean, Timbaland he did do a few tracks on there, but he didn't do the majority of it. As such, he did for Future Sex Love Sounds, and he did about half of Justified. But before he even got to solo stuff, it's kind of crazy to think about that he's literally had two gigantic phases, separate phases of his music career.
What do you mean?
I mean, so you answered my question already. You're a Backstreet Boys
Wait,
guy.
let me scroll my notes here. Oh my God, he was in Nsync.
He was.
He had multiple lives already.
He was the front man, if one might say. of Nsync.
No, my front man was JC, man. That was my front man.
JC was clearly the Scottie Pippen to his Michael Jordan, which is nothing to be ashamed of. Scottie Pippen's still a Hall of Famer.
Pippen's so pissed though. That guy's like scorched earth behind him, dude.
He is one of the saltiest men on earth.
I'm like, dude, be happy. You're a millionaire. You're in the Hall of Fame. Like, dude, you have so many. Like, be happy, dude. Like, oh my. Anyways, different podcast.
But yeah, Nsync.
So good.
Nsync, one of the biggest musical acts that, the way that they broke out was just, it was just insane. Like they were more than just the music than they were putting out. It was bringing back the whole, the boy band vibe with the coordinated outfits. You got the dances.
Okay, so their outfits are back right now, right? Like, I feel like people walking around town in like Nsync fits.
Oh, the early 2000s is
it's hot right now,
hot
baby.
right now, which I hate. I think the early 2000s.
You hate it.
I think it's the worst era for
DeVaughn
fashion.
did walk in here to the studio with just skin tight jeans. I'm like, not in anymore, bro. Not doing that anymore.
No. The early 2000s is
hot.
A dark time for fashion, in my opinion, and I'm not a fan. But Nsync burst onto the scene in '97. Their big hit from their first album, "Tearing Up My Heart," was big. That's the first track on that album too. Like,
it just comes in hitting you so hard. It's a slap in the face. And you're like, wow, if this is what they're starting with, the rest of this album's gonna bang.
Literally, they like kicked everybody in the teeth, and it was no looking back from there.
I wanted more.
It was, that was like the main big one from that album, but then No Strings Attached that came out in 2000, that was like when they really started breaking out.
That music video when they're like the puppets, right?
The puppets, No Strings.
Wasn't that a little nod to like their manager or whatever? Like he was the puppet master or something, like that they wanted out. I feel like that was like the start of like, I don't know. I went down a Reddit rabbit hole, dude. So I was reading some stuff.
I like that theory better than, I always thought it was like playing on like, because boy bands a lot of the times they're singing about girls and shit. So like I figured it was like, I don't know, someone's controlling his heart,
like, little Philly.
Yeah, the girl pulling the strings on his heart. That's what I was thinking. I didn't really think of this larger music industry allegory, but I'm here for it. I'll take it.
I'll be your puppet.
But this album, it had Bye Bye Bye. Yeah. It had It's Gonna Be Me. It's gonna be May. That's a meme now. That's not even a song anymore. It's Gonna Be May is a meme where people just post that on May 1st of just Justin Timberlake's face.
Also, it was of the time. They're in a time and era where, like, there wasn't 16 boy bands and, like, the internet was just starting. So it was easy to become big. But, like, they're going to be in our lives for the rest of our lives. Or until the world comes to an end.
And as you mentioned that, too, though, they didn't have 16 other boy bands, but they did have one. And this was the war of wars in the early 2000s.
Yeah, like, who are you, Backstreet Kid or Nsync?
This was Bloods and Crips of the boy band world, like, literally. And
it got scary.
I'm Backstreet Boys.
No, you're not.
Okay,
you're saying that to be different. You were never into the Backstreet Boys. No one was.
Okay, no, hear me out. Nsync did have more hits. Yeah. They also, Justin Timberlake is definitely more talented than any of the Backstreet Boys themselves. However, they're a boy band. They all have individual voices. They all get to sing on the songs like individually, not just doing backup.
Right.
So like they're a more rounded out boy band.
I hear in that. Justin, obviously, I think he was just so talented, took the scene. If Justin was in Backstreet Boys, he would have destroyed all their hearts too and left them. You know what I mean? In a pile
I don't
of
know.
rubble.
Maybe. Because, as much as I love JT, and obviously, yes, he was the most talented and would go on to do the most things, but, did JT stifle some of the talent? Did he lower the ceiling?
JC got stifled. I'll tell you that much.
He thought he was going to be...
literally choked him. I'm not saying that he did, but I'm not... It's allegedly. We don't know that. I hope there were any hands.
Yeah. So I mean,
okay, but imagine this.
but sorry.
No, go. I'm
Sorry, I'm
excited.
gonna imagine before you imagine. But
Take me down imagination lane.
But I just wanted to say one more thing before we moved on from this Backstreet Boys Nsync thing. But imagine, do you think either one of them would have been as big without the other one? Like, think about how much of their feud, not even feud, but their friendly fire war, how much of that
you get
factored
the fall
into
off,
it.
you know what I mean? Like there's enough boys to go around for everybody, right? That like you have to have the two bands. The two groups play off each other.
Yeah.
And it was. Did they ever get on? I can't remember. Did they ever get on stage like do anything like
what?
like on a show like on a
like a dance battle
like a dance
or anything?
battle? Yeah,
I don't know.
Like a.
Nickelodeon,
right? Get over there. Everyone's getting slimed, and you have a slime off.
I mean, I'm sure they did. I feel like they did like something on like TRL where it was like, oh, vote this, do this, blah blah blah. But like, I do think they might have underserved the rivalry.
There could have been, yeah.
And there could have been, yeah, like a full on, like, especially like if they did, they should still do it now as old men, just like have.
Apple TV, you're looking for a bang in your productions. Hello, let's bash for the blast. Nsync versus Backstreet Boys. You have a hit wonder. JT also came from the Mickey Mouse Club. That's where he was first discovered.
Yeah.
Back like early '90s, mid '90s. Guess who was in this group of the Mickey Mouse All-American House?
It was
whatever.
a star-studded cat.
All new Mickey Mouse house.
I know his season had Daddy Goz in there, Ryan Gosling.
Oh no, Daddy.
Yeah, no, Ryan.
Brit Spears.
Yeah.
Brit Spears.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. You know who was there before JT though?
Who?
JC.
What?
He was there like a season or two before Justin.
Yeah, he was
came
in the one that got
See?
canceled. He was in the Mickey Mouse house that got canceled. Is what happened.
JC has been there all along,
Yeah.
literally since they were kids. Poor JC.
Yeah,
JC was the dancer of the group though. He actually did a lot of the choreography for the group.
I loved his moves. Yeah, he ended up having a great career in choreography. He does a ton of music video choreography.
He was the judge on America's Best Dance Crew.
I don't feel bad for him, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
He eventually got his. I think he's gotten his checks.
Yeah.
It's all good. They would release one more album before disbanding, and it would still have some bangers on there too. We had Dirty Pop on there. We had Girlfriend. We
that
had
was
Gone.
fun.
Like, we still had some bangers that they went out on. This album, maybe not as celebrated as No Strings Attached, but I mean, as far as having 3 banger albums, if you're only going to put out 3, I mean, might as well put out these. The
3. Trilogy. Yeah, it feels good to release 3 albums with the climax of obviously No Strings Attached. I had that CD. Everyone did. It was awesome.
And I feel like this is when the Justin and JC feud, the beef was sizzling here. This is the only album where JC is actually also credited with lead vocals.
He forced his way in there. He kicked
singing.
down the door to the studio. I was like, I need my voice in here.
I mean, I don't blame him. But then after this, that is when Justin said, I'm going to go. I mean, as everyone predicted, I think we all knew that after this one, it was like Justin's going to go out.
And Timbaland scooped him up, right? Like, didn't it right away, or they already had a relationship?
Actually, it was more Pharrell in the first album. In the first album,
right.
Justified, it was kind of half produced by Timbaland, half produced by Pharrell and the Neptunes. It was a joint effort on those two. But man, I mean, talk about one of the because I mean, Future Sex Love Sounds gets a lot of credit for being. I mean,
well, it's the latest big hit that he had.
It's
that
one of the
huge.
I mean, it was a huge album, but man. Going back into Justified, though, Justified fucking bop still.
It's fun to listen to it again now
ooh.
today because I didn't gone through and gave it a full front to back listen. Wow.
Oh, it's just fun.
Wow, there's some jams on there.
I mean, you got Senorita, you got Like I Love You, you got Cry Me a River, Rock Your Body. Rock Your Body has a beatbox solo.
Ba, ba, ba,
Can we bring back the beatbox solos in songs?
Well, we could look forward to this on hopefully the new album. I think this is going to be a
yeah.
nostalgic album. This new one that they're making.
I hope so.
I think there's going to be some fun nostalgia beats on there, and I'm very excited.
I mean, I feel like that's about because we're coming towards the tail end of the 80s new wave nostalgia right now. We're kind of coming down
Cresting
off of
a wave
that.
into the 90s,
And
early
it's
2000s.
so the next one, the next like specific sound I think that's gonna come back is like that mid 90s R&B and pop that like it was poppy but felt more grown. It felt a little bit sexier.
You sound kind of excited about it.
Oh, I love this era. It's a great era. I feel like it makes the most sense if we're gonna have that next nostalgia cycle, which I mean that's kind of how it.
Well, that
goes.
makes two of us that are excited. So
I mean,
let's load up, JT. Hit us with a good one.
I mean, really, again, really good album. All the music videos are really fun. All the features are really fun. Like it's a really it's kind of again what we expected because like this album he's a little sad boy, but he's also like trying really hard to be cool in this one. I mean, even though he is cool, but he's also like this album is like I'm breaking away from the boy band.
It was his
so
coming out anthem.
I gotta
yeah.
show you I'm sexy now.
Yeah. That's why he brought sexy back, and thank God that he did.
But yeah, then we go to Future Sex Love Sounds, and this is because this is pretty much all Timbaland and JT. You know,
What a time to be
this
alive.
is-
College, 2006, Future Sex Love Sounds came out. I didn't have any sex personally myself, but I thought about it, and this album rocked.
Yeah, no, same. I was only like 10 or 11 when this came out. No sex for me either yet, but I do remember hearing Sexy Back for the first time. Me and my dad, we were in a flower shop. He was getting flowers from my mom. Don't know why. But
Sexy Back.
my dad was bringing Sexy Back, and then this song comes on, and then we're like, oh, shit. Because you remember before pre-internet days, you just
What?
like whenever somebody was dropping a new song, you might
What?
hear about it on the radio. You know, they'll be like,
What?
yeah.
Radio?
They'll be like, coming up at 4 o'clock, we have the drop of the new.
You had to
Justin
be there.
Timberlake
You had to
song.
be near of the airwaves to catch the 4 o'clock release.
So yeah, the radio had
What a time to be alive.
In the flower store had it on, so like we fucking paid, and then we like ran to the car and we turned it up, and we were like jamming to the new Justin Timberlake. We're like, oh shit, what is this futuristic sounding shit? Well, it was the Future Sex Love Sounds.
Thing went on to
That's what.
sell over 10 million copies, dude, worldwide. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, if you take between his solo albums and Nsync, Justin Timberlake is like top 10, like most
Killing
best-selling
it.
artists. This one, I mean, it's just stacked from front to. It's one of those great albums you can literally play without being on shuffle because they even do like the interludes and like the songs leak
Yep.
into each other. I'm a sucker for that.
You love just sitting down and playing an album.
I do. I like whenever I listen to new music, I am one of the people that like I always listen to it start to finish to like start off.
Well,
because
I'm
I feel like that's
hoping-
how it's intended to listen to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, The Weeknd just did that with his new album, the FM, which was Dawn FM, which was you hated it.
No,
well,
so
this
good.
Isn't
No,
this
that
isn't
was
that
a-
podcast, but it was fun to just put on and listen to it front to back. Like I
No,
really enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, that was a good groan. I fucking love it.
Oh yeah, that was
That was
yes.
so good. That was like
well, maybe we can
like,
hope for this for JT's new album.
I mean, it would be cool if his new album was like they've talked about it being a sequel to this album.
There we go. Well, of course
know.
they're gonna say that because they want people to listen and buy,
Because,
like
yeah.
and subscribe.
You know, but man, I mean, especially in some of the music that like me and Maddie have been working on, like I would definitely say this album has a lot of inspiration.
Inspo
in
for
that.
you. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
just in that that groovy, like that tempo in between slow and mid tempo that's like still kind of groovy, and it's got a little sexy to it.
It lets everybody dance. You know what I mean? Anybody can dance to that. Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. You can move to that, man. You can groove, and everybody wants to groove, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got Sexy back on here. We got Love Stone. My Love is one of my karaoke go-tos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a fun one to do for karaoke because I can sing the JT part and I rap T.I.'s part.
Hit us with one little verse real quick.
Oh, I love doing the T.I. part. Trying to lose a fan is cool again. Save them fan for lose Japan. I don't want to lose Japan. And I'm mumbling. Now I just spilled my coffee all over myself.
Just a peek behind the scenes. It's early here at BetaWave Studios, and he still hasn't had his full cup of coffee. So
I literally just spilled my coffee.
It sounds better at karaoke, trust me.
It does. It does. I hate that you asked me to do that.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm really putting you in a bad position. But you're holding the cup. It's like, hopefully he spills for people who know he spilled. I
literally did spill coffee all over my crotch. It's great.
Well, Justin was also a movie star as well, which is, we both are big movie fans. I think we would be disrespecting Justin on his belated B-Day, not to at least talk a couple of faves.
No, I mean, and this is and after Future Sex Love Sounds is pretty much whenever, he kind of took a break from music for a bit and was doing he was doing
That's
movies.
True. He did kind of take, stop recording for like 6 years.
It was 7 years in between albums. So he was doing the movie thing. I think he had a kid. He was doing his entrepreneurial thing. He was doing stuff, and because this is where he became one of our Renaissance men Did
he ever win Sexiest Man of the Year? Is that is he too old
sure
for
he
that?
Did. Okay. No, I'm sure he did.
I mean, too young for that because they never put a young guy on there.
Isn't that weird?
Well,
how it is always somebody over 40.
Well, it turns out that's the biggest appeal. A man that still has that pepper look, the salt and pepper. You look mature and still a little young at the same time. It's very attractive. Everybody likes a little salt and pepper. I mean, I do. I like to season my food when I cook. I can't help it.
But he had some good movies in there. Alpha Dog was his first kind of starring
coming out role, yeah.
And it was all serious. I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Alpha Dog?
No.
This is gonna be the daily thing of what movie has Dev not watched.
See, I watch all the obscure ones that nobody else has seen. When it's
look at me, I watch obscure movies that no one's friggin' ever seen and no one ever will. Great, thanks for bringing it up. Social Network, you seen that?
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Okay, good. So good.
He's really good. Every time I rewatch the movie, I forget that he's in the movie more than I remember.
Well, there's some of my favorite parts of the movie, that movie, that dinner scene when they go out to dinner, and he's like, lose the book, just call it Facebook, because I think they're calling it the Facebook, and he's the Facebook.
Yeah, I mean that scene, the club scene where they're introduced, really good. He just plays because he's playing the head dude of Napster. And, a guy was kind of a dick, and he plays it really well, which was really good because everybody was so used to him being so charming, so it was fun to see him kind of play something like this.
Gosh, hung. Oh, then he did, comedy, dramedy, romance flick after that. Tons of them. My favorite was Friends with Benefits.
Oh, I mean, Friends with Benefits is a really good rom-com. It's got the perfect combination of the rom and com. And it's
the perfect
really,
combo.
It really is.
You say those words, I see Friends with Benefits.
They're very charming. Him and Mila Kunis, they're so charming together. Really funny. I love that movie. He was in another movie called In Time that people hate. People do not like this one.
In there, right?
Yeah, people do not like this one.
It's a sci-fi movie, but I liked it too.
It's a sci-fi movie. It's from the director that did Gattaca. If anyone made you watch that in school, Gattaca is a great movie.
My mom showed me that movie, and I was like, back in the 90s, I think when it came out, I loved it. I still love it to this day. It's a great flick.
But In Time, it's has one of those really cool premises where instead of money, your currency is how much time you have to live. So you pay everything in minutes and hours and shit. And
that's scary.
Yeah, interesting concept.
I feel like I'm constantly running out of time. There's not enough time for This is happening to me now.
I literally say shit like that all the time. I'm like, yeah, like, you know,
I think
like money's no, like, no, like that money is important, but like time is like even more important.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And
Gosh.
it's like, yeah, no, it's a little cheesy. I think it's cheesy fun, but the movie kind of takes it very seriously. But you know. He did Trolls. However you feel about that. The first one's all right, and
I never watched it. Do you watch Trolls?
And it gave us Can't Stop the Feeling.
I do love that. Dance the feeling. Yeah, everyone loves that. I mean, that's a dancey. I guess that would be like his biggest hit that he's come out with since Future Sex Love Sounds.
I mean,
Wow,
he did.
That's crazy.
He released 2020 Experience in 2013, and really the only song that one had is Suit and Tie. And that album is in 2 parts. It's like 40
too many
songs.
Parts. Yeah,
it's like 40 songs,
parts.
and only like 2 songs were popular off of it. I mean, it's fine. It's just a very just like kind of bloated. He wanted to do like he thought he was doing some like an homage to like 50s, 60s R&B like big band.
Yeah.
And it's
wrong
whatever.
place, wrong time, man.
It was
Well, it's hard to guess these things, obviously, because he's a professional and he didn't like. You don't know what's going to be popular sometimes, but I think with getting back to his roots, getting back to the producers that really helped him make some of his best music, I'm very hopeful for the future, and I'm ready for some new summer songs, man.
Yeah, I mean, in some of his other random contributions as well, because again, he's always been a very busy guy. You know, Bada Ba Ba Ba. You know about that?
Are you talking about the Golden Arches?
So that the famous McDonald's jingle was originally written by Pharrell.
What?
And then was sang
JT
by
sings
by
ba,
Justin
ba, ba,
Timberlake.
ba, I'm loving it.
There's an actual full song, I'm loving it, you can listen to. But the original for the commercial one, they just took the ba 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 part was JT.
Well, he's just bringing us straight gold. Thank you, Justin Timberlake, for all your amazing movies and music, and we can't wait for some new future sounds of love and rhythm and yas.
Yeah, keep Man of the Woods to yourself. We're good on that. So let's get back to the
man
future sex.
in the woods.
Let's get back to the future sex love sounds. The last thing that I'll leave is a
He has a flannel on and a battle axe.
flannels are scary.
Don't spend the night out in the woods.
Or where did he record that? Nebraska or some shit?
Definitely don't go to Nebraska in the woods.
Definitely not.
I heard it's beautiful this time of year, though.
Oh yeah, it is.
Frozen tundra.
Last thing I'll lead you guys with, if you need a pick-me-up for your day, you don't have to watch the whole movie, Inside Llewyn Davis, because the movie is kind of a bummer. It's a good movie, a bit of a bummer. It's with Oscar Isaac. Justin Timberlake has a small part in it. He plays a folk singer.
Oh my god, I forgot about this movie.
It's a great movie.
Yes.
But if you don't want to be sad, don't watch it because it will make you sad. However, you can just go on YouTube.
You can watch Trolls and be happy if you want to.
You can go on YouTube and look up just the clip for Mr. Kennedy. And it's Oscar Isaac, Justin Timberlake, and Adam Driver all performing this weird folk song together. Like Oscar Isaac and Justin Timberlake are both on guitar singing. And Adam Driver is over to the side doing bass vocals.
Oh my god, Adam Driver would be doing bass vocals.
He's sitting there, he's like outer space. It's just watch this clip itself, and it's fantastic.
I don't even need to watch it. I just watched you do it, and I feel better. This is amazing. Get a pick me up, guys, please.
It's pretty good. So, but yeah, we just thought it would be interesting while he's got some new stuff on the way. Celebrating his birthday, and he's only 41. Like still
you're getting the prime
cat.
Of manhood there. Like he's gonna release some good stuff. I'm very excited.
Like
I hope some nostalgia stuff.
He's still a young buck. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That he's done all of this and he's still only 41. Pretty
Hey,
wild.
come on the pod, JT. We'll interview you.
Yeah. Come slum it with
and
us.
Everyone like and subscribe and follow us and BetaWave TV on the YouTubes and everything?
Yes, please. And if you are subscribed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify listening to the audio version of this, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. Say some nice words. We'd appreciate that.
We love you guys. That's great.
We do. Music Man Dan, where can the people find you on socials?
On the IG and Twitter, Music Man Dan. I might have started a TikTok. Who knows what could happen?
Oh, shit. I might be following you into that threshold.
He's not excited about it, boys and girls.
I'm not
He hates it. He's
excited
like,
about
this
it.
is stupid. I just want to watch them. I don't want to make them. I'm like, no, you need to participate.
No, but I had a really good idea the other day, and I was like, all right.
Don't say it on here.
Oh, I'm not.
All 5 people listening will steal your idea.
Trust me, when you see it, you'll know. You'll know it's going down. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _daddydisco. Yeah. Until next time, guys.
See you on the next one.
Yeah. Stay wavy, y'all.
Bye.